Hello and welcome, folks, to another, same Let's Play, different story. In the last episode, sorry, that was my keys, we completed and finished the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2 Evil campaign. We went to Rivendell after destroying most of the Dwarven and Elven populations. I think actually all of them, except for the Misty Mountain Dwarves. We wiped out Rivendell, took out the Fellowship, what was left of them, of course, with the help of Sauron himself. In this one, we will be starting the good campaign. So strap in, because we are going to jump right on it. And of course, like before, we are going to play easy. I might come back and do a hard or medium let's play of it later. Depends, but we are going to be doing easy for this one for the sake of this let's play. But let's jump right in. I'm sure we will have so much fun. I believe it's going to be the same opening, but I will let it play because I'm not sure.
In the final years of the Third Age, Middle-earth stands on the brink of destruction. The Free Peoples are under threat from Sauron, the Lord of the Rings, who prepares his vast armies for war. At this late hour, the leaders of elves, dwarves, and men come together at the Council of Elrond to decide their next move. After the Fellowship is assembled and heads south to destroy the source of Sauron's power, the remaining leaders prepare for the Dark Lord's assault upon the northern lands. The elven and dwarven races have always had little trust for each other, but now they must unite and fight a common enemy. Rivendell is a hidden refuge and stronghold for the elves. Until now, this ancient city has been spared from the winds of war.
Glorfindel must go to the House of Elrond and inform the Lord of the approaching goblins.
Alright, folks. As you can see in this story, we start off as the elves with a brand new hero, just like before with the evil campaign. And his name is
Evil has spread across these lands.
Glorfindel. He is actually an extremely important and elf in Lord of the Rings lore. I actually don't know everything about him, but there's a lot. He's very old as well, if I'm correct. I mean, he is very, older than Elrond, if I'm correct. Could be wrong. But here we have our powers, of course. We have Enshrouding Mist, Elven Gifts, which was in the first game. Heal, which was also in the first game, and Elven Wood, which was in the first game. The only one that wasn't is Enshrouding Mist. But we are going to go with the heal. Is always my go-to. When I play good factions, does not matter, so when I go for it.
The heal spell can restore our soldiers' health. We must gather our strength. We must
So here
protect the woods.
are Lorien warriors, regular swordsmen for the elves, nothing
Let us
too
go.
special.
The enemy's close. The enemy.
As you can see, we will be taking on goblins, of course.
The enemy is
Gotta take on goblins. They're fodder. I mean, we kill them fairly easily.
Goblins? Cannot be. They've never been so close to Rivendell.
We'll help out these elves that are in the middle of combat.
You arrived just in time. Watch for the enemy.
Of course we did. We're here to help.
Not fear them.
And there we go.
We must be off. The enemy approaches. I know the way.
Let's keep moving forward.
Silence them. The enemy! Attack!
I could put him on horseback all around, but I'm not going
More of them!
to. Here come more of them. We have leveled up our Glorfindel,
Match them! The enemy's arms must be defended!
I think we did. I'll do that outhouse here from before, and there is the other thing that was supposed to be over here. Sorry about I'm
Let us
yawning.
go! Keep up! We must be off! Move quietly. We must be off! The enemy is close! Your time is
There's some more
unmatched,
elves for us to
Glorfindel.
help.
Our holds must be defended. Stay focused, elves!
Get a heal going.
Ready, elves! I know. Fighting has begun! Silence them! Not fear them!
There you go.
Evade them!
Now we can use Blade of Fury, which basically works just
We
like
must not delay!
basically works the same as Aragorn's Blade of Fury as well.
Let me show you.
There's some elven structures. These work just like statues do in the first game for the men.
The shadow must be stopped.
When the gate force,
We must gather our strength. We must warn Lord Elrond. I will face them. Here.
and now we
follow
get a
me.
chance to meet two
We must
more
not delay.
heroes that are added into this game. The first one being Elrond, which of course is in the movies and in the books, just like Glorfindel, and Glowin, the father of Gimli. He is a dwarven hero for the dwarven faction, and one of my favorites. He is very powerful in this game. We're going to get to see a lot of him. He's in almost every single level of this campaign.
What brings you back so soon, Elf? The goblins have come down from the mountains. They're approaching from the south.
As since this day was coming, long has Rivendell been safe from the servants of darkness. Its sanctity must not be lost.
Goblins? I'll take care of the filthy wretches.
The eye is fixed
Train
on Rivendell.
more warriors at the Elven barracks to fight off the goblin invasion.
The Elven Barracks in this game looks just like the Elven Barracks from the first
Rally
one
together, elves.
that you got in a few levels as the good guys in the first game, but not many. As you can see, that's the only other structure aside from the farms, which are malon trees for the elves. We will
The
go
eye is
ahead
fixed
and
on
move down
Rivendell.
here because the goblins will be attacking soon. We're actually not going to build them out of there. We're going to build them over here. Train a battalion of Lord and warriors from barracks, and Glowin must reach level 2.
Our people are in
which is
danger.
fine. Elrond's got some pretty cool abilities, one being Farsight, which he can use to do that. Heal, of course, just like Aragorn, and
We can
a
see the
leadership ability. Oh, well, here they
Engage
come.
them!
You must not delay.
Keep your wits about you.
Unfortunately, Glowin is
I didn't
slow.
like
He is a
that.
dwarf, and he makes
This
him
way.
a lot slower
Weapons ready, elves.
than others.
There's a battle coming. I know
They want one of his abilities,
Keep your wits sharp.
and like that,
Goblins
Glowin
will
has
pay
hit
for
level
this.
2.
Quickly now. I'm with
Here
you.
comes some more reinforcements for us in the form of Elven
Our homes
archers.
must be defended.
They get Silverthorn arrows, which are
Silurian archers have
broken.
arrived to the west. Ready, elves.
Silverthorn arrows
This is
are
the way.
extremely good.
We must
We are
protect
going
the
to make
woods.
some
You
elf
must
archers.
stand as
Weapons
one.
ready, elves.
Go ahead and get back
Watch your
here.
footing.
You must act now.
The Eagles of the Mountains have seen the goblins approaching. They have sent word to
Yep,
Guahir
there's
and
the
are now on their
goblins.
way to lend aid.
Rally together, elves.
There's a battle coming. I know it.
Go take them out.
Evil has spread across these
Go kill their
powerful
giants.
bows from Lorien. Keep your wits sharp.
The Elven archers are the most powerful archers in this game. If I'm correct, which I believe I am. Look at those trolls, actually. You guys can take care of the job.
Dirty creature of shadow! Defy this evil! I'm here! Stand against them!
I love Glow. He's powerful. So we can't get any of our level 10 abilities in this level, but we are going to go ahead and get the power points. Actually, we're going to get, as cool as it would be to get heroes gain 10% more damage, we're going to, of course, get Elven Wood. Actually, we're going to use Enshrouding Mist, because that will debuff the enemies, and then we can get Rallying Call, which will buff our enemies, or buff our allies. Because there's not a whole lot of buffs that you can get in this, like, actual damage buff-wise. Oddly enough, the good faction in this one is much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Debuff heavy, which you would expect from a villain faction, but that's not true. In this one, it is very much more debuff heavy for them. And I say that because you have Enshrouding Mist, of course, which significantly reduces enemy armor and damage. You have Elven Wood, which all enemies lose their leadership abilities and bonuses. Then you have Rallying Call, which is a buff, but then the next type of buff is a debuff, of course, which Cloud Break stuns enemies. So you've got a lot of debuffs over buffs when it comes to the heroes in this game, oddly enough. So we are going to go ahead and get Enshrouding Mist now.
The Enshrouding Mist spell can hide.
We don't really need it per se.
Ready for battle.
It's not like it's a big, like, this is going to be a really easy.
With the lances, Father.
Here comes yet another new hero, along with another new unit, which is the Elven Horseman. This is Arwen, of course, the daughter of Elrond.
We've destroyed a goblin camp to the west of here.
We must stand as one.
There are more goblins setting up camp across the river.
Onward! Hurry! We must act now.
Sound the alarm! Goblins are coming! They're just beyond the river!
We must ride out and clear the valley of the goblin filth.
The fighting has
Alright.
begun!
Sorry, I had to yawn. I would say, if, like, just something. Woo! Apple, you scared me, baby.
It's the enemy.
Go lay down.
The
Go.
enemy is near.
Onward! Come!
That was my phone. Don't worry, it's not hurt. I have a platform charger, which I have no idea. What the heck did you do with it, baby? What did you... Sweetheart, what did you do? Where did it go? Alright, I will find it as soon as I get done playing. Go lay down, okay? Go lay down. I don't know where she... really don't know where she sent that. I hope it's not busted. Anyway,
Save us!
it shouldn't be. That thing's tough.
Rivendell must not fall.
I need to not sit there anymore. That's not a good spot, to be honest. Alright. Let's use our eagles to go destroy some stuff.
We must protect the woods.
I guess somebody's here.
We must act now.
Ah, my eyes are itching like crazy. This is a bad time for that, too. Careful, eagle. Just smack the crap out of my freaking... And what don't you?
Drive back these foul creatures must be defended. Ready, Eleves.
That's a pretty wide range of effect, I'm not gonna lie.
How long do we have to wait? Move along.
Chloe, get over here.
Rivendell must not
Our
fall.
homes must be defended.
The evening star.
Why did she get healed later? Must be a really good one. Not an active ability. Oh well. Go kill them. Good news, you guys already know about these evil factions and their powers and stuff.
I do not fear death.
We must protect the woods. Stand fast. I'm here. Where are
Hurry up,
they?
Chloe.
We must defend these lands.
He's so slow.
The eye is fixed on Rivendell.
Elrond, you too.
Elven grace is upon you.
Okay, we got one of them. There we go.
This one has
Let's go destroy that.
Rivendell must not fall.
We got a ton of money right now.
Stand by your side.
I don't think that's gonna do anything because it can't. Does that really cause damage to structures? Okay, so it does. I didn't think that. I thought that was specifically a unit, like the damage you did to like a unit, not to like enemy units, not to enemy structures. But hey, I've been wrong before.
The enemy has made camp here. It's a worm! We must
This
destroy
thing's
it.
gonna suck. It just wiped out all those people, all those troops.
Cripple them.
Elven grace is upon you.
Thankfully, the worms will slaughter it. And there we go.
Elves will sing of this glorious day.
Under siege from the goblins of the Misty Mountains, Rivendell is no longer safe for the elves. As time is now running out, Elrond forms a plan to unite the elves and dwarves of the north against Sauron's advancing armies. His most powerful warrior, Glorfindel, will join forces with the dwarf leader Glóin to make war on the goblins and forge this alliance.
Alright, folks. That is going to be the end of this episode. In the next one, we will go to the High Pass and clear out the goblins from up there. Thank you anyone who watches, and thank you everyone who watches. As always, I'm Steel, and I'm out.